The singing days that the London Symphony do are very different from anyone else's. We have 6 or 7 a year, and they are directly connected to our programming. So they're study days, which we get here in St Luke's 200, 300, 400 people along to. And we study a piece that 2 or 3 weeks later we are going to perform in the Barbican. Now what this does is it allows us to address 200 or 300 or 400 singers who are really interested to study the piece with us, particularly if it's not a very well-known piece. The other day we did one on Paradis und Peri of Schumann, which nobody knows yet, but we're doing with Simon Rattle. And this was a great way of showing people some of the choruses and everyone going, heavens above, I have to hear this piece.
You can come on your own, you can come with someone, you always sit next to new people, you meet interesting people, and you can feel that doing something together, doing something which is sort of outward together, is a great way to spend the day.
Singing together in a choir can bring people together. I mean, that is something most people or anybody can do, and that you don't have to play an instrument. It doesn't have prior requirements.
I find these days wonderfully relaxing and quite stimulating as well.
It's this endless thing of growing a community of musicians from across London, but people come a very long way for this. I have people who say, you know, I brought my dad from Salisbury for his birthday. We've got the whole family here, and then we're going out to dinner afterwards. I love the idea that a good sing is the basis of, you know, your 80th birthday, or, you know, of a real treat for the whole family. And if only we can keep on spreading the word and spreading the word, because I can do a singing day here with people of very mixed reading abilities, and I really can give people a really good musical experience. And sometimes it's really nice just to have a day where you can have a really good sing, a really good chat about things, go into detail about things, tell stories, try things out. At the last one, for example, I had them all walking around here on the floor so they could hear all the other parts and make new friends and see what it was if they made eye contact with each other. So often there isn't time for that. If you sing in a choir, you are never going to be lonely. Once, twice a week, you will go to a community of 50, 100, 200 other people who do the same thing as you. And in that group there will be people who are 18 and there will be people who are 80. And there are men and women, and there are people of all backgrounds. There are people with PhDs and there are people who left school at 14. And it's a way of simply sitting next to someone who comes from somewhere different from you, whatever their background, talking to them, having a cup of tea, and feeling better about the world. And this sounds very, very simplistic, but we've got to find things where we can get things in common, and where we don't sit, however much we may enjoy it, me included, individually, but get out there in communities and do things together.
Do you see how much better you all sang? Because you had to show off to the people you were meeting. So many of the vocal problems just disappeared.